Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I filmed this look while blabbing a lot, and I'm not sure that it made any sense. I talked about the beauty community drama that's going on right now with Tati and James and my disturbed feelings about it. Talked about old YouTube and showed you how to do this look, so I think it turned out okay. I don't know if the thumbnail or the title of this is going to be put in a way to catch attention or not. I don't necessarily want bad attention on my channel. Doing it to get my opinion out there and why this is really a problem. And if a younger person clicks on this video, hopefully it'll help them understand why this is all so wrong. I don't even know how this video is going to turn out. Anyway, if you want to see how I got this look, if you want to hear my crazy ramblings, just keep watching. I hope that I can explain myself where my point is coming across how I want it to. Let's jump into the makeup. For Easter, one of my friends got me this Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I haven't tried it before. It feels like a gel. Interesting. I watched Tati's video last night and it got me thinking about a lot of things. Things that have me concerned for James's young audience. If everything she is saying is true, which I'm inclined to believe that it is, based on his response, which was fully an apology, not denying any of her claims. It's very scary that he has such a wide, young audience and has so much power and influence over them. I had all these things in my head that I wanted to say, and it doesn't want to come out in words when there's a camera in front of my face. I'm going to be doing my foundation with the Physicians Formula the Healthy Foundation in color MN3 and LN4. Mixed together, they're a fairly good match for me. I'm trying to gather my thoughts and I just not sure how to get there. I started watching YouTube probably in 2011, maybe 2012. And the people that I watched were Tati and Marlena from Makeup Geek, Emily Noel, Ellen Blair, who else was there? SMLXO. Stephanie Leda, that's her name now. I don't know if she's changed her name on YouTube or not. 11th Gorgeous. Anyway, so the videos that I started watching back then, they were about makeup. There may have been some drama, but that we weren't really made aware of it. So I'm sure there's always been drama. I think where the problem started is when people could become wealthy and have influence over millions of people. Because back in the day, if someone had 100,000 subscribers, that was huge. That was crazy. They were big YouTubers. And now you're looking at 19-year-old kids with 20 million followers. What's my point? I guess my question is, like, when did it stop being about the makeup? When did it become this cutthroat business where people can now prey on other people, threaten their livelihood or their reputation because of the amount of followers that they have? I think it's sad. And it makes me sad that my nephews, who watch YouTube could potentially be influenced into thinking that this is how the world works. There have been so many movements and advances in the last couple of years when it comes to accepting people for who they are, and that our bodies are our own, and that we're all equal. In that same breath, we have people with millions of followers sicking their army on people they think did them wrong or that they just don't like. And we've seen that with James over the last couple of weeks after Coachella. This is the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in Custard. I take this on a Jaclyn Hill JH08 brush and kind of get like the redness that the foundation didn't get. I'm going to be blending forever because I'm trying to think at the same time as I do this and talk. So yesterday I watched Tati's video, and yes, the sugar bear hair thing sucks and like it's a shitty thing for a friend to do, and that was obviously like the straw that broke the camel's back for her, but I don't think it's the big issue. Threatening to ruin people is the issue. Preying on, if we look at James Charles, obviously a lot of the men or the boys that he'll be interested in are young. He's young. He's 19. So the people that he's approaching, harassing, threatening to ruin them if they don't do what he wants are young. And I don't think it's an issue of don't go after straight boys because you're gay. I think it's more than that. We wouldn't accept a straight man going after a gay woman and harassing a gay woman. So why is it any different when a gay man does it to a straight man? I don't think there is a difference, especially now. I might be saying that wrong. I don't mean especially now. It should have always been this way, but we're getting there as a society now where men and women are equal and they should be treated the same. So I think it's just as bad for a man to prey upon another man as it is for a man to prey upon a woman, or a woman on a man, or a woman on a woman, whatever. The situation that I'm talking about though is a gay man preying on straight young men and maybe threatening them, or I'm not sure. This is all like, obviously I don't know these people. I could be completely wrong on what the situations are, but as somebody with 16 million subscribers and 60 million Instagram followers and however many million people on Twitter, that's a huge reach. And whether we like it or not, if that person says they were hurt by somebody or conned by somebody or taken advantage of by somebody, a large portion of that audience, or a portion, even if it's only 1%, that's thousands of people, are going to go after the person that they think they're talking about. And it can ruin lives. And it needs to stop. I don't know. When did the beauty community stop being about beauty is what I want to know. I'm just disgusted at this whole situation anyway. Now, I don't know that I agree with completely canceling someone. I caked so much concealer on. Anyway, this is just going to be a rambly, nonsensical video, I suppose, but I'm going to go in under my eyes with the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. This was also gifted to me by the same person that gave me that Hydra Grip primer. It's my first time trying this. It feels very thick, and it's very, very white. I'm going to add more of this custard under my eye just so that it can blend into something darker, because that's really, really light. What's the point I'm trying to get across here? So I have 3 young nephews. Quentin is my oldest nephew. He's 9 years old and he was on my channel. He came to my sister and I, so we live together. So I see him every day. But he's 9 and social media really does affect how he behaves. And I don't know if this is for all kids. I just know personal experience. He's really into playing Fortnite, so he watches Fortnite videos on YouTube. But he came to us the other day and he said, this kid is so savage. He took his mom's phone and then threw it and broke it, and he thought it was hilarious. And Sarah was like, why is this funny? You would never be playing your video games ever again if you did that to me. And he couldn't understand why we were like not laughing, I guess. It was a teachable moment for sure to, you know, let him know you don't do everything you see online. But if he hadn't have come to us, and I don't know, he probably wouldn't have done anything. I'm just putting some powder under my eyes. It's the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil powder. So we were going back to James here. If he's manipulating people and harassing people on social media, and I've seen this for years, or maybe a year, I don't know how, I feel like James Charles has been on YouTube and Instagram for years, but really it's only been like 2. But I follow some of the people he follows, like Shawn Mendes, the Dolan twins, all of that. I like to keep up with like what's going on. I've seen some very inappropriate, overly sexual comments on their posts, like public comments. Anyway, stuff like that to children is funny, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And their brains aren't developed enough to understand that what someone is doing just because they're successful, that it's the right thing to do. I'm going to do my eyebrows and then I'll be back because I don't know that I'll be able to talk and do my eyebrows. Okay, I kind of did my eyebrows. I also wiped away that bake. I just used the Dope Taupe from ColourPop, and now I'm going to go over it with Essence Make Me Brow. I really like this, and it's only like $3. They're not quite sisters, they're pretty much distant relatives, but that's that'll have to do. I'm gonna use this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. I've had this for a long time and I've never used it, and I'm trying to decide random things in my collection if I'm gonna keep them or not, so I'm just kind of testing stuff in my drawers out. Okay, so what was I saying? I'm going in with the color Rush. I'm just gonna build that up into the crease. I want this like orange look. So anyway, the behaviors that Tati has described in her video was proven in real life. Like he's done this, and I just don't know, obviously, like the situations, how they are when he's face to face with somebody. Regardless, I don't think that boys or young men or men should have to deal with being sexually harassed, because that's what it is. And I think that's the most disturbing part of this whole thing. I just don't want my young nephews growing up in a world that's so heavily influenced by social media that they think that to get ahead you have to be obnoxiously out there, that they don't need to respect other people, and that it's okay to tear anyone down that's in your way. And it's not. That's not how good people live. I don't know. This all disturbs me a lot. So I think I've kind of said my piece on that. I just, not well, obviously. I don't even know if I understand what I'm trying to say anymore. I just think it's gross. I'm just deepening that up with that same color. I hope that kids don't look at this, see it as okay, mimic it, because the world will not be a better place if that's what's gonna happen. Talent is not a good reason to be a shitty person. Followers isn't a good reason to be a shitty person. And it was just like, I think 2018, where all of like these female celebrities were coming up about being harassed, you know, these like sexually assaulted by men in power. It needs to stop. You can become successful in your own right without being a shitty person. There, anyway. I'm completely pro Tati. I always have been. I've watched her channel probably for about 7 years now. Whenever Tip Tuesday started, because that's really when I was searching YouTube, because I was specifically looking for tips, and her videos would like pop up. Glam Life Guru. I'm going to darken that a little bit with Alert, which is this other orange here. I miss watching old YouTube where there was like no agenda other than just putting makeup out on the internet. All of my recommendations, like all of the makeup that I bought from like the drugstore, my first like Sephora in-store purchases, they were all like Beauty Guru recommended, and the thing is that they had bought all of the stuff, right? Like they hadn't been getting it in PR, and you knew if they were talking about it, it was good stuff. Well, for the time, right? Like makeup technology has come a long way for sure, and the demand now, I guess, for beauty influencers is so big that it makes complete business sense to provide them with PR, and they shouldn't be expected, now that this is, you know, a business, to be spending all their money on makeup just for recommendations. I think it's good, but it comes at a price, and I don't know that I agree with that price. People's integrity are just so easily bought. You know, I've never used this palette because people were saying how shitty the vault was. I don't mind this. I've been blending for days, but I think I can go a little darker with Secret, which is this dark chocolate. I want to be clear that I'm not saying like all YouTubers are bad, but there's just some not great ones that seem to be monopolizing the space, and it gives it a bad name. But I think, you know, whether you're a small creator, a large creator, a viewer, you're part of the space, and there's millions of us. And when there's a large community, there's going to be some bad apples. I'm interested to know like what's going to happen, because I'm also not for cancel culture. So I don't know how I feel. Like I'm worried about like the mental toll it'll take, because I think even if someone's a shitty person, they need to be taught, yeah, a lesson in a safe way. But from what I don't know much about James Charles, just what I've seen, like he's very into his social blade, which is a bit concerning. So seeing it drop, I think it's over 1 million subscribers right now in like 24 hours, is probably taking its toll. I think it's okay to make mistakes, but I don't think it's okay to just like be a bad person and using the excuse to be like that you're a celebrity, so it's okay. It's fucked up. Anyway, I'm done talking about that now. But yeah, I really wish that some of like old school YouTube was back, where you watch the videos because like you like the person and you liked hearing about makeup. And I remember there was like swap videos. I was obsessed watching swap videos. I think that's how I found Shannick. So I was watching a girl, she hasn't been on YouTube probably in 5 years or more. Her name was Sabrina XO, or Brina XO, I don't know. And she had done a swap with Shan XO, and that's how I found Shan's videos, because that's how you collabed back in the day. You did swaps with each other, especially if you were from a different country, because then you would send people things from your country that they wouldn't have access to. And I'm pretty sure Sabrina was from Canada, and obviously Shan is from New Zealand. I'm gonna go in this color here. I'm right into these kind of colors. I'm picking it up on this Jaclyn Hill 41 brush. I'm going to spray it with some Fix Plus. Start in the middle and see where it takes me. I like that. I I think I'm gonna bring it all the way into the inner corner. I don't know, I think there's something about my eye shape that like halo eyes or like cut creases look funny on me. As I was talking about swaps, I was remembering that Nina Unrated had done a swap with Trisha Paytas as well, and there was some drama around that. So I guess like there's always been drama in the beauty community, but it's gotten out of hand. It's all like a train wreck. You can't take your eyes off of it. But what else did I like talk about old school YouTube that I miss? Like random hauls. I remember watching Pink Sparkles and like everything was like so pretty, and like she had all these bows, and I remember I got so obsessed with bows and like having everything so hot pink, like realistic fantasies you could live up to. Like, oh, I could, you know, have my bedroom all pink and live this life, because they were all normal. It's not like they were making any money off YouTube and living these unattainable lifestyles that they are now. But now like they'll recommend, you know, whatever you want to wear, what they're wearing, or their clothes are all wearing Gucci, and like, I'm sorry, like I have a full-time job and I can't afford anything Gucci, and I get paid decently well. I'm taking this Jaclyn Hill JH43 brush, and I'm going to take this dark chocolate color called Secret. I'm just going to press this into like between the lashes and my waterline. Oh, what other videos did I really enjoy watching? There was like hack videos and stuff, like great drugstore finds. But I guess like the drugstore stepped up their game since, you know, 10 years ago. I'm using the Jaclyn Hill brushes. It's just what I brought down with me. It's easy because it has like all the brushes I need. Okay, for my face, I'm going to use this palette. It came in BoxyCharm in March, because that was the last box I received. Maybe it was February. No, I think it was March. It's in the shade, it's Cover FX Perfect Face Palette Light Medium. I've never used it. I'm just using the bronzer, no, contour shade in there. Oh, I really loved watching Empty's videos. I don't know why. Still watching, like, if my friend has hit pan on something, I want to see it. If she's used something up, I want to see it. It's just so satisfying to see like products that are used up. Subscription box unboxings, always. That's how I found Jessica Braun. She was unboxing, I want to say like a tea subscription. It was like 2014 time. I feel like I was watching her that around 2014. This bronzer is buildable. That's nice. I wish the pan was bigger. Oh, when they would make like challenge videos, but like cute challenge videos, not like set your pool on fire challenge videos. Like the what's in my mouth challenge. I thought that was so funny. The first one I ever watched of that, I think it was like Joey Graceffa and Zoella. I'm gonna use that blush with the JH04. It's very pink, so may not really go with this look. I like to bring my blush like a lot of the same places as I put my bronzer. I like a heavy blush. Oh, someone else I used to watch, and I found her because she was teaching you how to curl your hair with a straightener, which I still can't do to save my life. Rach Loves. Love her. I think it's time that like the beauty community just comes together and starts supporting the unproblematic YouTuber. Like, well, up until yesterday, Tati. Like, she was put in a shitty situation. I don't think that reflects on her. But Rach Loves, she's unproblematic. Carly Bible. Samantha March. Hannah Louise Poston. I like this highlight. Cute. I'm using this highlighter right here from the palette. It's look in the viewfinder, it looks like it's the darker of the two shades, but it's like a champagne. I'm just like going to town. I'm gonna set my face with Fix Plus. I'm trying to use more of my lashes. I have a lot of lashes in my drawers right now, and I tend to use a pair, put it in here, and then never touch them again. So what I've been trying to do is only come into here, use up, and then once they no longer work, like chuck them and then dip into my new ones. I'm going to, because I like the shape of these are the Bambi lashes from House of Lashes. I like how spiky they are, and they don't look too cray. I said I wanted to go for like a natural lash, and this lash is like literally the most unnatural thing. Alright, I am gonna go in with some eyeliner. That was like the toughest job I ever had. This liner that's all I have left in here, so I want to try to use it up, and my hands are covered in black lash glue. I have this Real Her I Love Myself Expert lip liner. There's no name. It came in a FabFitFun years ago. That's the only lip product I brought down. Oh, someone's home. So this is a finished look. This was like the most rambliest, probably didn't make sense video that I've made, but I just was compelled to say something. Progress is good, and James definitely opened doors for boys in makeup, but I think it's time that we have a better role model for boys in makeup. He's super talented, but he's probably not the most talented there is, and I'm sure that there are better people out there that would take the responsibility of being a role model more seriously. So anyway, that's all I have to say. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I will see you in my next one.